Well, I don't know what film everybody else was watching. I loved Cocaine Bear. I heard so much negativity on this film that I was a little bit worried about it. I thought it wasn't going to hit that B-level masterpiece or that goofy sense of fun that I always come to these types of films for. But this was definitely a perfect glorified B movie, meaning a typical B movie plot with a much higher than average budget. Um, I loved it. I mean, well, like honestly, I wonder what people were expecting with this film. This film delivered everything that it was meant to deliver. I think a lot of people wanted it to go a lot more extreme than it did. Now it goes extreme. I mean, it goes extreme for a B movie. You got B movie camp, and they do a really good job with making the CGI look good. I'm not going to say realistic because that's probably the wrong word, but good and goofy enough. The ambulance scene that everybody saw in the trailers is basically extended and hilariously done. I'll say there's a scene in that ambulance scene that involves some guy's hand like kind of hanging off the rest of his arm that looks fantastic. And all the kills are great. I don't know if I can say that, this film takes the stakes as high as they could possibly take it, but I can definitely sit here and say that I had a blast with this film, and this film delivered everything that I went into this film expecting. I wasn't expecting anything more, and this film didn't disappoint me in any way, shape, or form. It's not, overly long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's entertaining through the entire thing. It opens up with hilarity already with this couple visiting the national park in Georgia, which the majority of this film takes place in. And this couple they sound like they're from Amsterdam, or they could possibly be Dutch, but they could be from somewhere else. They have European accents. And, they get mauled by by the bear and they get attacked, and that scene plays off really funny as an introduction right before the whole cocaine bear shows up on screen. Ray Liotta plays a hilarious character. I thought he was going to be over the top goofy as well from what I saw in the trailers, but he's pretty straight laced. He's still funny, but he's very believable as a character, and he doesn't, do a hokey over the top performance or anything like that. It's a really, really well done performance from him. I loved Margot Martindale as like the national park ranger kind of thing, the lead ranger. She's hilarious in that role. Anytime the bear comes on screen, which is a lot in my opinion, and starts mauling people, it's all hilarity. It all really works out. Plot wise, the basic gist of it is basically the cocaine is thrown from a plane from this drug kingpin or deal kind of thing. The plane has an accident of some sort. The guy in the plane is throwing the cocaine out, and then he ends up falling himself. He falls into some small town in Tennessee, while the cocaine is thrown into this national park in Georgia. And yeah, basically his parachute malfunctioned or something. He falls in Tennessee. So there's this cop in Tennessee who discovers his mutilated body on the middle of the road or whatever, and tracks him down as a drug dealer to the king, Sid, played by Ray Liotta. And Ray Liotta is located in St. Louis, Missouri, and he sends one of his workers down to Georgia to go find and retrieve the missing cocaine. And that's where the plot basically takes everybody in the film. This cop in Tennessee, and Sid eventually from St. Louis to Georgia. Now, the guy that the guy that Sid sends to Georgia, is played by O'Shea Jackson Jr. What's his name? Ice Cube's son, who's a really good actor. I like seeing this guy show up in anything. I really like O'Shea Jackson Jr. He's really like he takes a funny and entertaining presence on screen, and he really gives it his all into roles. I think he's a really good actor. He's one of my favorite new actors. Everything he's done since Straight Outta Compton, I've really liked him in, and it's cool having him in this movie as one of the main characters as well. And then we have the kid characters who I also thought were really funny, and everybody again on the reviews that I've seen of this film, they're like, the kids do cocaine. They had kids do cocaine. You know, you never see a movie where kids are doing cocaine, and I'm like, uh, okay, they don't really do cocaine like in the sense of like, oh, do cocaine. That doesn't happen. Okay, they really. It's not offensive. At least I heard some people say it was offensive, like kids doing cocaine, but it's not. It's hilarious, and the way they have it happen is funny as hell. Like, essentially, these kids, like, they come across it, they really don't know what it is, but one of them is like trying to act cool and be like, yeah, I do it all the time. And he's trying to like impress the young girl that he's with, and it plays off into a really funny, clever kind of play off that they could have that scene go. And uh, and yeah, the kids are all funny. The kids in the movie, they're hilarious. They're given great lines. And yeah, it's a fun movie throughout. It never really slows down too much. It's a nicely paced hour and a half flick, and everything about it, from the, like I said, the bear mauling people. Excuse me. Bear mauling people, to the characters, to the adults, to the kids, and to the climax. It's really, really well done. So, Cocaine Bear's awesome. I had a great time with it. Go check it out anywhere you can. And I don't know, I'm not too familiar with Elizabeth Banks' work in general, but she definitely did a fairly decent job on Cocaine Bear for the glorified B movie that it is. And it does well, in my opinion. Subscribe to Oregon Film Fan if you'd like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.